States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next is called order roll call, starting on the right.
Councilperson Josh Arn.
Councilperson Brent Byer.
Mayor Jimmy John King.
Councilperson Craig Anderson.
Councilperson Jeremiah Olgen.
Approval of tonight's agenda. Anything from staff?
Anything additional from staff?
Anything here?
Move to approve.
We got a motion to approve. Do we have a second?
Second.
We got a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That carries. Approval of council meeting minutes of the budget workshop, August 25th, 2020.
I'll make a motion to approve.
We got a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second. Any questions or discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That carries. Approval of regular council meeting minutes of August 25th, 2020.
I'll make a motion to approve.
We have a motion to approve. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second. Any questions or discussions on those? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That also carries. That takes us to finance and budget. You've got the account payable with the accounts, the additional listing there. Any questions on that? Direct them to Finance Director Carla. If no questions on any of that, I'll look to a motion to approve.
I move to approve.
Second,
Second.
all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That carries. That takes us to general business. First thing under general business tonight is rear yard variance request. Zach Stratton, 100 Lackman Court Northeast, has applied for a 12-foot variance from the required 20-foot rear yard setback as per section 1325.03. If approved, the applicant would add an 11 by 14 shed in his rear yard, leaving an 8-foot setback from the rear property line. The applicant will have the shed staked out for you to view from Maplebrook Drive northeast. The setback shouldn't create any sight distance issues for a traffic pedestrian standpoint. The Planning Commission held a public hearing on September 1st, are recommending approval of the variance request. So council action would be to approve or deny the variance request. Questions or discussion? Hearing none, I'd be looking for a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion to approve in a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That carries. Take us to our second item, which is a lot split on Bucknell Regional Pond. The city has been working with Bruce Bucknell and Rick Labor as part of the upgrade of the Bucknell Pond in order to comply with the new standards of stormwater and to create the capacity needed to serve the Bucknell Industrial Park. The city has taken this opportunity to create a regional pond that will mitigate drainage to the Labor property from earlier developments in the southeast portion of town. On the attached survey, Labor will deed over parcel A for the city's portion of the regional pond, and parcel B will remain Labor's. The Planning Commission held a public hearing on September 1st and recommending approval of the lot split. So council action requested is approval of the lot split as requested. Any questions or discussion? P&Z had no problems with this, Josh?
No. And Labor was happy that we're getting involved and getting that drainage issue done on his property.
Any other questions or discussion?
Move to approve.
We have a motion to approve. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That carries. Bucknell Regional Pond Contract. As you are aware, the council has approved the lot split for the Bucknell Regional Pond. Again, Bucknell is responsible for his portion of the pond, and the city will only be approving the city portion of the work to create the regional pond. The city received 9 bids on this project last Friday, and city engineer Obernolte is recommending the apparent low bid from Dirt's Pros, Elgin, Minnesota, in the amount of $167,178. The engineer's estimate was $193,500. The construction of the Bucknell Regional Pond project will be financed from the Stormwater Enterprise Fund. So council action request is to enter into the contract with Dirt Pros for the construction of the Bucknell Regional Pond. Questions, discussion? Bill?
Jenna's still doing a reference check with Dirt Pros, and they haven't responded to her call. So what we would like you to do here is make this approval conditional on those last couple questions getting answered satisfactorily to Jenna and her staff. If that can't happen, then we'd like your permission to go ahead with the second next bid, which was Elcor. It is a little higher, but we have to make sure they knew they were getting, or they're willing to make, stand firm on their bid. So we're hopeful that everything will work out with Dirt Pros, but we're a little hesitant here without them responding to us on some major questions. So, and the two big questions are clearing and grubbing, and then there's a trestle removal. So if we can get that squared away, we'll go ahead with it. If not, there could be the chance then that the second bidder could be awarded.
All right, we'll change that into enter into contract with Dirt Pros upon approval of engineer Obernolte. Satisfaction. Do we have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That also carries. That takes us to.
So I think,
Oops, you want a second
should we follow
motion?
that up with a second motion to approve Elcor if,
All right,
or include it, maybe include it in the same one, so.
let's include in that
Yeah.
motion then, we'll redo that motion, to include, we will go with, if engineer cannot get approvals, we'll go with Elcor as a second low bidder on the work. Is that how you want it?
Yeah.
All right. all
Which
in
is still
favor?
below the engineer's estimate.
Excuse me?
Which is still below the engineer's estimate.
All right, we'll change it to that. Now, do we have a
I'll make the motion.
make the motion? A second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That carries. All right. Next item is trail reconstruction paving contract. Public Works Director Hales received bids on the reconstruction of the Meadow Park Trail and to pave the new DQ path. He is recommending low bidder Elcor Construction for both projects in the amount of the Meadow Park path of 2,186 feet would be $36,670. DQ path is 420 feet, would be $7,640, so a total amount of $44,310. Public Works will complete the dirt work after the new surfaces are completed. And just so everyone knows, each year in the budget, the council sets aside funds for trail maintenance and repair, which will be used to finance these projects. So the council action requested is to enter into the contract with Elcor Construction for the above projects. Questions or discussion?
This will be next spring, right, when they do this?
No, we'd like to get them done this fall.
Right, okay.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second?
I'll second.
Then we have a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That carries. All right. That takes us to the resolution approving 2020 proposed tax levy collectible in 2021. And the second motion will be to set the truth and taxation public hearing. City Council will need to certify the preliminary levy to the county on or before September 30, 2020. The levy that the council adopts can only be decreased in the final levy, no increase. As a result of the council workshop, council directed staff to prepare the proposed certified levy based on the proposed preliminary 2020 budget of $8,637,629. This amounts to a proposed levy of $3,659,013, $190,384 increase from the 2019 certified levy. Based on the tax capacity increasing, there is no increase in city taxes. The levy is made up of the operating levy of $3,384,675, the swimming pool referendum levy of $140,749, and the fire hall referendum levy of $132,589. After that, a truth and taxation meeting needs to be scheduled to present the proposed levy and budget to the public and to receive their input. Staff is recommending that the T&T be set for Tuesday, December 8th at 6 p.m. with a continuing meeting if necessary at the regular council meeting on December 15th. So the first council action requested tonight will be to adopt resolution 2020- a resolution approving 2020 proposed tax levy collectible in 2021.
Jesus, did I just attend the auction?
Do we have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That carries. Second action requested tonight is to set truth and taxation public meeting for Tuesday, December 8th at 6 p.m. Do we have a motion to do that?
I'll make that motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That will also carry. That takes us out of general business, takes us to mayor staff consultant reports. Mayor's report tonight, we've got a nice thank you card to all the Stewartville city staff and EDA from Joya and Ray Stetson on the passing of Ray's father. We sent flowers and a gift, and they thank us for that. We really appreciate it. City of Stewartville would like to send their sympathies to the families of Susan Duncan and Paula Fredent. The Stewartville Area Community Foundation will be holding their first annual golf tournament on September 11th. Please come out and support the foundation. All the proceeds will go back to the area community through their grant program. Also, be reminded that the deadline for the next round of grants is September 30th. So if you're looking to get an application in, September 30th. Trash and Treasure Day will be held September 19th. Sign up at the Stewartville Star now. And we want to send a congratulations out to the Stewartville Kiwanis on their 25th anniversary. The club is affiliated with many programs that serve the children in our community, and we are so very lucky to have them. We did a photo today for their peanut days coming up, which will be a one-day deal. I think they said, you're not going to say, I don't remember what, do you remember what day they said, Mark? What that proclamation, what the day was?
September 18th?
That sounded right. Watch the Star. The Star will let us know. Go out and get some peanuts to support the Kiwanis clubs. That's all I've got. Bill?
Reports in your packet, just to highlight a couple items for you. As you know or are aware now, the EDA did follow your direction and devote some additional dollars to the business grants. But then they also had a little bit left over to help families here in town. And so if you get a chance before you leave tonight, take a look at the little mini store downstairs. And families have already started taking advantage of it with school supplies and some cleaning supplies. So we'll have that program run the rest of the week here, and that's open to families in our community. And then I think the only other thing was we'll set aside some dollars that won't affect the budget at this time, but if we continue on with the SEMCAP Rolling Hills program, there is a schedule for us to participate in our fair share of the bus if that program continues. So between now and during the year next year, we'll probably need to do some type of community survey to see if we want to keep that going. So I think that should do it.
Any questions for Administrator? All right, thanks, Bill. That takes us to Finance Director's report. Carla?
Don't have a lot, but I can tell you with the EDA, Joy and I have been working through all of the grant applications for the $5,000, and we have been able to touch a lot of businesses and help them work through the applications. And we've had a lot of successful people and very grateful business owners that were taking the time to do all of that, and it's been going very, very well with all of it. So.
All right. Any questions for Finance Director Carla? If not, thank you for your report. Let's take us to Public Works Director Sean.
Report in there. The paths we do, Elkhorn does have time to get them done this fall when they will be in town doing some other things. So we would like to get the pass done at their earliest convenience they can be in there, so they would be done this fall. Other than that, it's all status quo.
Any questions for Sean? Let me know when that vent track's in town.
When what?
The vent track?
Oh, well, we're supposed to get it this week,
All right.
but, with the raining, I might hold them off till we get some decent weather.
Alright. Alright, any other questions for Sean? If not, thanks Sean, thank the guys for us. No city engineers report tonight, I take it?
Yeah, we had a construction update meeting, so obviously with the rains today and tomorrow, that'll delay them a little bit. For the most part, though, the project's still going good, and they're trying to find some alternate items to take care of during the rain here. Then they'll tackle it back on schedule when the area ground dries up.
Good. No library director tonight, fire chief report?
The only thing he had was, they're working on updating the audio visual there, at the fire hall and a couple of the different areas, training room, meeting room, Bay Area, as we are working on that here. So they just got their quotes in, and we're expecting ours any day now. So we'll be looking at city hall updates and civic center updates.
Any other questions for Fire Chief Bill? Alright, thanks Bill. That'll take us on to Committee Commission Board Reports, Chamber of Commerce, we got their e-newsletter for September in there, a lot of things going on, get a chance to read through that. EDHRA will meet
Next week.
Finance, Library,
Nothing.
Park Board,
Meeting next week.
Personnel, nothing at this time, Plan Zoning,
I was going to say, maybe we meet in October.
you do have a meeting?
In October.
Okay, good. Public Safety,
He had no report that he
No.
let us know about, please.
Public Works,
No, nothing.
ready,
No report?
roll call,
No report this month?
Stu 180.
Business as usual.
What she got?
He said business as usual.
Transit Advisory Committee, you got some minutes in there from August 27th. You got anything to add to that, Bill?
No, other than that bus program I was just talking about.
All right, communications done tonight. Oh, wait a second, we got the Rochester Master Plan Update recommendations, I'm sorry, RST. So
Yep.
read through that.
Yep, looks like most of those improvements will be on some runway extension, but that won't affect our zoning as we understand it. And then the rest of the improvements are scheduled up around the terminal areas, taxiway areas,
Okay.
and general aviation areas.
All right. That'll take us to open mic. City Council welcomes and encourages participation from community members. Please keep in mind that your comments must be pertinent to city business and must adhere to the data privacy rules, so no employee's name may be used. Please do not expect action from the council this evening regarding your concerns. We also request that your comments be limited to 4 minutes. Speakers will be recognized only once. At this time, we'd ask anyone who would like to address the city council to please step up to the podium, state your name and address. No one wants it, we'll go to the final motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second?
Second.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Bill's going.